I want to show you the 5-stage outbound prospecting tech stack that you will need if you want to land in the inbox in 2024. So in this video, I'm going to share the different stages that you need to go through. The first is that you need to plan your campaign. Now this involves you coming up with a hypothesis and an angle about who you want to send the messages to, what you want to say, and then how you can find these prospects and what data sources can you use. Once you've done that campaign planning, it gives you all the information that you need to follow the next steps. The second step is building your list. The example tech stack that I have here is just showing some different example tools that you can use. One of my favorites is a new tool called Triggerify, which allows you to build automatic and dynamic triggers based on people starting in new roles or hiring particular roles at the moment. Now, these lists are dynamic in the sense that every week or every day it searches through additional data points to find new companies who are hiring for a particular role, as an example. And then you've got the classic database like Apollo, which essentially just pulls in LinkedIn information but gives you a lot more filters to help you build your lists. So that's your list building process. It needs to be done. And then you want to enrich and verify the data. So when you build your list, you might only have the company name, the domain name, you might have the person and their LinkedIn profile, but you may want to have additional information that you can use in your message copy. So a great tool for this is Clay. Clay allows you to pull in data from lots of different sources, and you can use AI to analyze that data as well. So as an example, you can ask AI to tell you what type of companies they sell to. You could ask AI to summarize their experience and pull out some key nuggets that you can potentially use in personalization. The opportunities to personalize are endless using a tool like Clay. And then the second tool down here is called Full Enrich. This is great if you've built your list in Apollo for free, but you haven't found the emails yet. What you can do in Full Enrich is go and put in the first name, last name, the domain of the company, as well as the LinkedIn URL of the individual, if you've got that. And it will go through and search for those emails and then verify them, making sure that you only have 100% valid emails for sending out emails in your campaign. The next part is to build your sequences. The tool I recommend mostly for this is SmartLead. Another alternative is Woodpecker. There are a number of reasons why I recommend SmartLead, but the main reason is that it has a universal inbox, so all replies that you get from your campaigns across your different domains and mailboxes come to one place. The reporting is great, and it has also great integrations too. When you're thinking about your message copy, you don't want to be sending the same message to a list of 1,000 prospects. You want to be sending smaller number of smaller number of campaigns to a small number of prospects. In the example on the screen here, I've got the trigger 1 sequence, trigger 2, trigger 3. So these triggers might be they've recently hired in their sales team. It could be that there's an office relocation. It could be that they've raised a round of funding. There are 60, 70 different triggers that you can actually use for this prospecting. But here I'm just showing how you would set up 3 different sequences. Could be 4, could be 5, but there's different sequences based on the triggers. And then for anybody who fits the ICP, but there isn't a trigger event, you can enroll them into what I call a value add sequence. Others call it a nurture sequence. This is where you're focusing on the persona problems and the pain points that they're experiencing, but there wasn't an obvious trigger event. It just might be that they're thinking about this right now. Lastly is you want to launch those campaigns and make sure that the mailboxes are rotating. Another reason why I recommend SmartLead. All of the emails need to be authenticated with the right DKIM, SPF, and DMARC settings. But the way that mailbox rotation works is once you've set up the sequence in SmartLead, the first prospect will go from domain 1, mailbox 1, and the rest of the sequence will go to them from that same mailbox. The second prospect will go from domain 1, mailbox 2. The third prospect will go domain 2, mailbox 1, and etc. So it just cycles through the different domains, which allow you to increase the likelihood of landing in the inbox and de-risking any of these domains getting burnt or having a big impact on your company. Worth noting that you should not be using your primary domain for running your outbound campaigns. The key really here is the planning, it is the list building, and it's thinking about the different triggers and trying to find those 3% that are in market right now using that intent data and signals, which I've got a lot more content on. So if you need help building out your trigger-based prospecting sequences, then feel free to reach out at mark@yellowo.co.uk or visit any of my socials on LinkedIn or the website to find out more. All right, hopefully this was helpful. Take care.